Today I'm going to be giving myself $100 in a 1-week time frame in order to make as much money while sports betting as I possibly can. Now, as a broke college student, there's not always going to be loose money lying around, but I'm going to take this $100 and show you that sports betting responsibly can be a very profitable side hustle. I'm going to be focusing on DFS apps such as Prize Picks and Underdog that are legal in almost every single state in order to complete this 7-day challenge. I'm also going to be using an AI optimization tool that compares data from one sportsbook to another, points out discrepancies, and ultimately finds me value in the market that I want to capitalize on. One of the most crucial factors of betting responsibly is bankroll management. And this means we're going to take our $100. Every single bet that we place, we're going to take a small percentage of that $100 to make that bet. We're going to be making bets across the entire board of sports and across multiple different sports books. In this way, we're able to maximize our chance of profits. If we have a bad day or have a couple of bets that don't hit in a row, we're not losing this entire $100 and we're still giving us a chance to make money by the end of the week. Now that it's day one, let's take a look at the market and see where we can find some value. If we log on to the OddsJam Fantasy Optimizer, we're able to see a little bit of value straight away. The first play is Zach Gallen to go under 35 pitching fantasy score. Now this is profitable because on Underdog, the line is at 35, but on DraftKings, it's at 30.6. On Caesars, it's at 29.9, and on Bovada, it's at 31.1, meaning that all of these sports books with very sophisticated lines worth millions and millions of dollars, they have their line a lot lower than Underdog does at 35. So there's going to be a little bit of value and a little bit of edge here taking at 35 on Underdog. The next play that I see that's profitable is Kyrie Irving to go under 37.25 fantasy score. Now again, this line is profitable because comparing it to other sports books, Underdog has this line way too high at 37.25. Some of these other sports books have his line a lot lower, like DraftKings, where it's at 35.6. And the third play that I find with value is going to be Anthony Edwards under 48.15 fantasy score. So again, comparing it to these other sports books like we can see here, DraftKings has it at 45.7, Bovada has it at 47.9, BetMGM has it at 46.2. So again, we can see the value. Underdog is clearly messing up. There's a little bit of a discrepancy here, and all we want in the sports betting market is to get a little bit of a discrepancy or a little bit of edge in order to make this play. So this is going to be our first play that we lock in. Now the reason that I'm actually using a 3-leg parlay for Underdog is because that's the best value that we're going to get on that website. For a 3-leg parlay on Prize Picks, we get a 5 times payout, but a 3-leg parlay on Underdog, we get a 6 times payout, ultimately leading to more profits. If we're able to utilize slight edges like this, we're going to be able to maximize our profits throughout this week. So on day number 1, I was actually able to hit 3 parlays. The first one being this one here on Prize Picks. Now I only hit this for $7.50 because every single Friday they run a promotion where if your bet doesn't hit, you're able to get the money back, making this $5 essentially risk-free. Now I also hit this play on Underdog, as well as this other play on Underdog. Both of these I hit for $10 each, bringing our total to $102.50 on day number 1. It's the morning of day number 3, and let me tell you, day number 2 was almost as good as day number 1. We ended up hitting a Prize Pick slip for a 2 times an extra $10, and a dabble slip for a 5 times an extra $50, netting us $60 total in profit. Let's get after it with day number 3. Good morning, everyone. It's the morning of day number 4, and let me tell you, we absolutely killed it on day number 3. We cashed for almost $95 yesterday, our 3rd straight day of being green, hitting every single bet that we've placed on this challenge just using the OddsJam Fantasy Optimizer. Literally 5 minutes of work every single day, and we've managed to acquire $257 within the span of 3 days. I'm super excited for day number 4, so let's get after it with some more bets. Good morning, guys. It's the morning of day number 5 of this 7-day challenge, and day number 4 went very well. We made $80.05 off of 3 different bets. We had our first bet actually miss for this entire series, entirely using the OddsJam Fantasy Optimizer. we had our first bet miss, and it missed by 0.5. Derrick Jones could not get a single rebound or assist. This was still a very successful day, another green day, over $80 made. We are up well over $300 now, and we are steadily approaching that $500 mark. Today, on day number 5, I'm really going to try and find as much value as I can because I really want to build up this bankroll. It's the morning of day number 6, and I am very excited because we were finally able to hit our first 5 flex on Prize Picks times 10, which ultimately made us $150. Now, we had a bet on Dabble and a bet on Underdog that both lost, bringing our total to about $105 in pure profit for day number 5. We've been green every single day of this challenge, and I'm looking forward to continuing that on in day number 6. Now, unfortunately, for the recap of day 6 and day 7, I do not have good news. Both these days ended up being red days. We lost a total of $75, but I wanted to be truthful and transparent about this 7-day challenge. So let's tally up the total and see how much money we were able to make in 1 week with just $100 sports betting every single day. Now, after crunching some numbers on the challenge, we were able to find out that our grand total for this 1 week of sports betting was $370.80. That brings us to a grand total with the original $100 up to $470.80. This was all in 1 week. This was all from plays taken off the OddsJam fantasy optimization tool. I spent about 5 to 10 minutes each day, didn't need to do any of my own research, and I was still able to make this much money in 1 single week.